All right, here we are at Sunset Crater National Monument. Sunset Crater Volcano rises to 8,039 feet. You can see it over here. But in the other direction are the San Francisco Peaks, the tallest peaks in Arizona. So this meadow, by the way, you can hear thunder. There's storms again today, which again is highly unusual for this time of year. The beginning of June is supposed to be basically the driest time of the year. This meadow during the monsoon, so usually in August, although maybe it'll happen earlier this year, hard to say. This meadow is filled with thousands and thousands of yellow wildflowers and other colors of wildflowers. This is called Bonito Park, this big meadow. Bonito means beautiful, right? And so it's very aptly named. But again, those are the San Francisco peaks. The tallest peak that you see is Humphreys Peak, and that is 12,633 feet above sea level, the highest point in the state of Arizona. This area has been the site of multiple wildfires over the course of the past several years. I think most recently in last April, maybe June as well, but in April last year there was the tunnel fire, and it burned essentially this entire park in its entirety. And yeah, I mean, the park is in good shape though. It's fine. You just have to watch out for the risk of flash flooding and falling trees and things like that. But anyways, over there is Sunset Crater, the namesake, the park's namesake. And it is just one of several cinder cones. I mean, there's another one right here. The San Francisco Peaks themselves were a volcano. It was essentially a Mount St. Helens situation where the mountains you see right now, yeah, they look all jagged and everything, but it used to rise to a point like Mount St. Helens used to, probably about 4,000 feet taller than what the mountains are now. But at some point, the volcano blew its top, and now there's just a big crater in the middle. But anyways, this is a part of the San Francisco volcanic field. So this part of northern Arizona is just riddled with volcanic cinders, lava tubes, cinder cones, all sorts of things. I mean, so Sunset Crater is the most recent one of those eruptions, though, in this volcanic field. It erupted less than 1,000 years ago, and as we'll see a little later, it actually attracted lots of people 1,000 years ago when it erupted, because the soil became much more rich for farming, and so we'll see some of the remains those people left behind. Very monumental remains and impressive looking remains. But anyways, this is Sunset Crater National Monument. It's right next to Wupatki National Monument. And Wupatki preserves more of the cultural aspects that I referred to. So as I mentioned, over there is Sunset Crater. It is a geological infant as it erupted less than 1,000 years ago. It's the youngest in an impressive field of volcanoes all around you. And then here they talk about the San Francisco Peaks, known as the Peaks in the area. So that's the Sunset Crater volcano right up ahead there. Now, they don't let you actually hike on the crater at all because it's a very sensitive and fragile environment, I guess. But yeah, it's completely off limits. There's all sorts of trails around the volcano, but you cannot hike on Sunset Crater itself. So this is an overlook. You can actually see the Painted Desert way off to the east. Wupatki is in the Painted Desert, so we'll see that in a second. And then here's Sunset Crater Volcano. In the distance behind it is Humphreys Peak with snow on it. You can see the rain, or the virga, because it's evaporating before it reaches the ground, kind of all around us. Very, very cool. They actually have an overlook here dedicated to viewing the Painted Desert, so let's take a look. Feels nice and warm. Well, it's just that big expanse in the distance. Plenty of cinder cones all around. Basically every hill you see is an old volcano. So we're dropping elevation now, so coming out of the ponderosa pine forest into the juniper woodland, and it's really cool. I can see a great lightning show in the rearview mirror as I'm driving, so